Basic Math, Chapter 15, Section 4, Capacity, Liquid Measure. A liter is used to measure liquid capacity. All other measures of liquid capacity are based on the liter. And here is the table of useful facts. It takes, for 1 kiloliter, it takes 1,000 liters. 1 hectoliter is 100 liters. 1 deciliter is 10 liters. 1 liter equals 1 liter. It takes 10 deciliters to make 1 liter, 100 centiliters to make 1 liter, 1,000 milliliters to make 1 liter, and it takes 10 milliliters to make 1 centiliter. From largest to smallest, we have the kiloliter down to the milliliter, and we can see our abbreviations for each of the units of measurement here. To change a larger unit to a smaller unit, multiply. For example, change 1.5 kiloliters to liters. So let's choose the fact we need. It takes 1,000 liters to make 1 kiloliter. Do we need to multiply or divide to do this change? Kiloliters is larger than liters because liters are smaller than kiloliters, so we're multiplying. Then you do the math. 1.5 times 1,000 can be shown by making the mixed number into a decimal, 1.5 or 1 5/10. Then we're multiplying by the 1,000, which means we move the decimal point 3 times to the right. So 1.5 becomes 1,500. There are 1,500 liters in 1.5 kiloliters. To change a smaller unit to a larger unit, divide. Change 3,200 milliliters to liters. Choose the fact you need. So you could look at the table if you're not sure, as always. 1,000 milliliters are in 1 liter. Step 2. Decide whether you multiply or divide. 3,200 milliliters is the smaller unit of measurement because the liters are a larger unit of measurement. We're moving from smaller to larger, so we divide. Then you do the math. 3,200 divided by 1,000, move the decimal point 3 times to the left, and we get 3.2. There's 3.2 liters from 3,200 milliliters. Multiply to change each measurement. So we've got our kiloliters to liters. So our fact is that we're moving by a factor of 1,000 because it takes 1,000 liters to make a kiloliter. So then we know that kiloliters are larger, so we are multiplying. So 3 times 1,000 can be done by moving the decimal place 3 times to the right because there are 3 zeros. 1, 2, 3. And then you label it liters. Liters to milliliters is also moving the decimal by a factor of 1,000, by a power of 1,000, because it takes 1,000 milliliters to make 1 liter. So we have our 3.4 liters times 1,000 is going to be moving the decimal point 3 times to the right. So we get 1, 2, 3. There are 3,400 milliliters in 3.4 liters. So that's the idea with changing our measurement when we multiply. When we divide to change measurements, we again see what our fact is. So deciliters are working with 100, I believe. Remember, if we're not sure, you can check the table. deciliters. Oh, actually, deciliters are 10. So we're changing by a factor of 10. It takes 10 deciliters to make 1 liter. So a good thing we checked. So we're taking 10 deciliters to make 1 liter. We have 60 deciliters divided by 10. We're moving the decimal point 1 place to the left. So 60 becomes 6 liters. Put the label on it to finish. Liters to kiloliters. So a kiloliter is 1,000. Always you can check the table if you're not sure. It takes 1,000 liters to make 1 kiloliter. So we've got our 9,300 divided by 1,000. Move the decimal 3 places to the left, so we get 9.3. Then label it kiloliters. We've moved the decimal from here 1, 2, 3. So that's why the decimal goes between the 9 and the 3. For everyday problem solving, beverage containers always show their capacity. How many milliliters of juice are in the apple juice bottle? The apple juice bottle. 1.89 liters. Okay, we want to know how many milliliters are in there. So we had 1.89 liters. Now we want to know how many milliliters are in there. So we're moving from the larger to the smaller. So we're multiplying the 1.89 times 1,000 because it takes 1,000 milliliters to make a liter. So we're moving the decimal 3 times to the right. And that's going to write underneath 1,890 milliliters. Number 2, how many liters of cola are in the soda can? So now we had our 340 milliliters. And we want to change the smaller unit of measurement, milliliters, to the larger unit of measurement, liters. There are 1,000 milliliters in 1 liter. So we're dividing by 1,000, which means really we're moving the decimal point 3 times to the left. And so we're going to have the answer of 0.34 liters for the can of cola. Then you can work on number 3 and number 4 if you'd like a little bit more practice with these everyday problem solvers by pausing the video here. And of course, in your workbook for chapter 15, section 4, you've got some more practice to work with the changing of liters for our liquid. And of course, let me know if you have any questions. Thank you.